I'm going to show you something that's called hammer-ons and pull-offs. And they're really beautiful ways to embellish any chord progression, particularly when you have something where you've got a lot of room in between your chord changes. These are just great ways to bring new spice into the mix. So let's look at the same progression we were working with, G chord. Now notice I'm playing the G now with my third finger, second finger, and pinky, so that I have this finger free to do some hammer-ons and pull-offs. And the way that I like to talk about hammer-ons and pull-offs is basically to tell you to explore whenever you're looking for something to use as an embellishment. Explore this within the chords that you're using, because there's endless possibilities, and each chord that you play will lend itself to giving you different opportunities to hammer on, which is just striking an open string and pressing the fingerboard. So here I am hammering on to the second string in the first fret. So if I just, and then I can pull off that way. So I hammer on. Let's look at a different string. We can play with our G string or the third string. Okay, and then we can even do, so we've got our fourth string that we can hammer on. So let's try this. We're pulling off. We could even do that if my fingers worked better. But that's hard for me, so I won't do that one. But just to understand that there's lots you can find maybe I'll just settle on that one if I, as opposed to just holding the chord. Now I've got some movement in there. And I can do the same thing with hammering on. So those are some ways you can embellish your G chord. And let's look at the D chord now. It's easiest to sometimes start with just what can you take off. So pulling off that. So just try. Just playing around with those. And then what can you hammer on? It's probably one of the most common versions of a hammer-on in the D chord. I think James Taylor probably uses that more than any other guitar player I've heard. So you can do more than one. And there is no right way to do this. This is just about you exploring and seeing what you like. So you may just say that you like this particular pattern. You're going to find your own, but the idea is just more an experimental, exploring thing. You can do this one with me. So go ahead and explore those hammer-ons and pull-offs and see what you can find in this progression and also in all the other progressions you're playing with.